Buckle up because we are diving straight into the biggest stories hitting the hardwood today. First up, we are talking about the incredible transformation of San Antonio Spurs star Keldon Johnson. After moving to a reserve role under coach Greg Popovich, Johnson looked in the mirror, checked his ego at the door, and turned into the franchise's greatest sixth man of the year, posting record-breaking numbers and proving that true team players sacrifice everything for the win.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the journey to stardom did not start in the pros. We are taking a trip down memory lane to revisit the electric NCAA tournament highlights of NBA standouts Tyler Herro, PJ Washington, and once again, the versatile Keldon Johnson. See how these future legends dominated the collegiate stage before they ever stepped foot on an NBA court. Ever wonder what is actually going on inside the mind of a professional athlete? We are digging deeper into the personal side of the game as Keldon Johnson finally answers the tough questions he has never been asked before. You do not want to miss these exclusive, never-before-heard insights that give you a whole new perspective on his career. Finally, we are celebrating the ultimate unsung hero in San Antonio as the Spurs honor Keldon Johnson's massive sixth-man triumph, while also bringing you the very latest updates on Victor Wembanyama. We have all the angles covered on your favorite team, so make sure you do not miss a second of the action. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Ever wondered what it actually takes to trade a starting jersey for a seat on the bench? For most NBA stars, that shift is a death sentence to their ego. But for San Antonio's own Keldon Johnson, it was the beginning of an award-winning evolution. Imagine being your team's top scorer one year, dropping 22 a night, only to be asked by the legendary Greg Popovich to anchor the second unit. It's the kind of request that tests a player's commitment to the culture versus their personal pride. Johnson admits it wasn't easy at first. He had to literally look in the mirror and decide if he wanted to be a star or a winner. By choosing the latter, he didn't just accept a new role, he mastered it. By embracing the sixth-man spot, Johnson became only the second Spur in history to snag the Sixth Man of the Year award, joining the iconic Manu Ginobili. We are talking about a guy who played all 82 games off the bench, dropped over 1,000 points, and grabbed 440 rebounds, all while shooting over 50% from the field. He turned the Spurs' bench into a weapon, setting a new franchise record for bench scoring in a single season. It's a masterclass in professional maturity. When you see him hitting those high-efficiency numbers, joining the likes of Nikola Jokic in shooting categories, you realize this wasn't just a demotion. It was a strategic pivot that helped catapult the Spurs back into playoff contention. Johnson proved that sometimes the biggest impact you can have on a team doesn't come from being the first one on the court, but from being the one who keeps the engine running when the starters need a break. So hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying these deep dives into the NBA's unsung heroes. At the end of the day, Keldon Johnson reminds us that when you kill your ego, you make room for greatness to thrive. Ever wonder what separates a solid college player from a future NBA superstar? It usually comes down to one thing: how they perform when the lights are brightest in the NCAA tournament. Today, we are diving into the vault to look at the breakout performances of Tyler Herro, PJ Washington, and Keldon Johnson, guys who proved on the biggest stage that they were ready for the pros. Let's start with Tyler Herro. Before he was burying clutch shots for the Heat, he was displaying that signature, bucket-getting mentality at Kentucky. It wasn't just about the points. It was about the cold-blooded confidence that defined his tournament run. Then you have PJ Washington. His ability to impose his will in the paint while simultaneously stretching the floor made him an absolute nightmare for opposing coaches. He wasn't just playing, he was controlling the tempo of the game. And we can't forget Keldon Johnson. His relentless motor and explosive athleticism during those tournament games weren't just highlight fodder. They were a clear signal that he possessed an NBA-ready work ethic. It is fascinating to see how these players evolved from collegiate standouts into the seasoned veterans we know today. Watching these clips back, you can see the foundation of their current success being laid in real time. But what about you? Which of these three had the most impressive tournament arc in your eyes? Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay locked in for more deep dives into basketball history. Ultimately, the tournament doesn't just create legends. It reveals who is built for the pressure of the professional stage. Have you ever wondered what's really going on inside the mind of an NBA standout when the cameras aren't rolling and the typical post-game scripts are tossed aside? Today, we're peeling back the curtain on Keldon Johnson, not as the player you see hitting clutch shots, but as a person answering the questions he's never actually been asked. It's rare that we get to move past the surface-level stat sheets and media-trained responses, but this deep dive from Fathom Journal does exactly that. They've managed to capture a side of Johnson that feels raw, unfiltered, and genuinely fascinating. It's not just about basketball. It's about the mindset required to stay grounded when the world is constantly shouting opinions at you. What makes this interaction stand out is the sheer curiosity behind the interview. It's the kind of conversation that reveals character rather than just career milestones. Whether you're a diehard Spurs fan or just someone who appreciates the psychology of elite athletes, this insight is a must-listen. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on stories that actually matter, make sure to join the 9,000 global opinion formers already subscribed to the Fathom weekly newsletter. It's the best way to ensure you aren't just hearing the news, but understanding it. Go check out the full piece at fathomjournal.org and let us know in the comments. What's one question you wish every athlete would answer honestly? After all, sometimes it's not the game itself that tells the story, but the perspective of the player behind the jersey. Ever feel like the real stars of a team aren't the ones hitting the headlines every single night? Today we're diving into the heart of the San Antonio Spurs, where the narrative is shifting in a big way. We're talking about Keldon Johnson, a guy who has fully embraced the sixth-man role and is absolutely thriving in it. It's rare to see a player with his talent ego-check themselves for the good of the squad, but Keldon is proving that being a spark plug off the bench is just as valuable as starting the game. He's become the unsung hero that keeps this roster balanced when the starters head to the sidelines, and his impact on the court is undeniable. But that's not all. The buzz around San Antonio is louder than ever because, of course, we have to talk about the Wembanyama update. Everyone is watching his development like a hawk, and the chemistry building between him and the rest of the unit is the foundation of the Spurs' future. Watching this team grow feels like witnessing a slow-burn masterpiece. If you want to stay in the loop with every highlight, locker room update, and tactical shift from the Spurs, make sure you download the KVUE app so you never miss a beat on your phone. Are you buying into the Spurs' vision for this season, or do you think they need to make a bigger splash? Drop a comment below, and let's get the conversation started. After all, the best stories in basketball aren't just about the points on the board. They're about the heart behind the jersey.